Okay, legends, welcome back to the channel with another Overlord, Lord of Nazarick video, and today is a great day. We get one of the most powerhouse damage dealers in the game, which is Victim, the mage, the tiny mage himself, Victimus Prime as I call him. Absolutely a great unit. Is he a must-have? Yes, he is. He must go and summon for him, and there's a pivotal point that you need to reach with him, which is the 5-star, so you can enable everything about him, almost everything about him. So before we start about talking about it, if you're gonna go to your events, we have a new event, which is the fundraising plan, which you can go and summon and get all of these goodies and the materials, and in the end you're gonna get this box, and this box will allow you to pick one of the outfits that you desire. One of them is newly added to the game, which is the Hamske outfit, which is absolutely nice. It gives him the dark skin when he's in the wild beast form. Absolutely fantastic, really good. So this is one of the things. Now on my account, I'm still going for the astral prey. To get the 70, I need 9 more summons. We still have 10 more days for Albedo, so I want to go and get the reset button so I can reset the character. For me, it's super important. If I can get the 100, I'll get the 100. It does not matter. For me, it's not so important to go for that. The most important thing for me right now is going and getting this little monster. Little, but a monster, which is Victim. Victim is a mage from the Garnet faction. Absolutely crazy. He does help you out a lot, and he does buff your allies if you're gonna get him to 6 stars, and he does buff your allies with reducing his HP. We're gonna talk about that. Now, a new unit that dropped into the game, which is an SR faction, which is the sister of Tia, which is Nina, or the twin, which is a ranger from Emerald faction. We're gonna make a separate video and talk about it, but this video is about Victim, and we have 54 summons guaranteed at 68. We're gonna go and do all of these summons by the end of the video, so stay tuned. Okay, let's go and read Victim. What does he do? Victim, absolutely a powerhouse that sacrifices himself, gets reborn again. We're gonna be talking about how you can do that, and he does die again and again, so you can actually nuke your enemies 3 times with having Victim, or 2 times without even having a turn on your lineup. And if you can keep surviving with 1 unit on your lineup, you absolutely kill your entire enemy with them trying to kill you, which is absolutely beautiful. Now let's talk about his stats. He has the highest stat of attack in the game, equal to Mare and Idol Shaltir. The 3 of them have the highest stats of attack as a mage. Of course, there's warriors that deal even more. They have a higher rating in attack, but we're talking about mages. They are the highest mages in damages in the game so far. Again, he has decent speed. He's not the slowest, he's not the fastest. He's an okay on speed, lower than average a little bit, at 176 at maximum, and you can give him a little bit of speed, which does not matter that much to him. You need 1 unit to be speedy on your lineup so you can do the ultimate or the FX with your Eins, with the leader Eins, and then you can go and reduce their turn meter, buff your lineup, and start with your units, which is absolutely beautiful. His stats, nothing super important, just like everybody else. He does not have any boost in stats. Yes, you don't see crit rate. He does not depend on crit rate, and you don't even need to build him on crit rate. We'll be talking about that. Now, if you want to build him on crit rate, be my guest, that's up to you, but I would say don't build him on crit rate, build him on damages. Attack and HP and EP is the most 3 important stats that he needs. First of all is attack, second of all is HP or EP. It's the same. In my opinion, AP and HP is really good. I'll be talking about why later. Defense, magical defense, not that good. He's so squishy. Not the glass cannon. You want him to be a glass cannon. You want him to die on your lineup. You want him to take damage so he can apply his damages. We'll be talking about that as well. So let's talk about his passive first. Flesh sacrifice. Victim sacrifices his own flesh to gain godlike powers, and this is absolutely true. Victim, or Victimus Prime, as I love to call him. Upon his entering battle, what? So upon him entering the battle, I don't know why they translation issues. Reduces victim max HP by 50% and grants attack converted from 4% of the reduced portion plus 12% of his own attacks to allies. So he buffs his allies with his 4% according to his HP reduced, which is the 50% buff to the allies, plus 12% of his attack to all allies. Now this goes up to 8%, which is absolutely nice when you get it to level 4. So he buffs your entire lineup with damages, with attack actually, with reducing his maximum HP. So the more that you have him on HP, it does not matter, but the more that you have him on HP, the more that survivability will help you out with his lineup, so you can get the second skill going on and on, because he reduces 10% of his HP. We're gonna be talking about that. This is why I'm saying HP is important for him, because he halves his HP. He cuts it in half as his passive, okay? And the more that his passive is big, the better your odds to go and do his second skill for another run if you don't kill him, or if he does not survive his main phase, which is the first turn of the battle. This is why I say HP, not defenses or magical defense. Now, the more that you build him on attack, 12% converted of his attack will be buffed to your allies, which means every point in attack that you give to him is super important. This is why when you build him on Vert Mari set, and you build him on Termination set, or the set that gives you EP, the red one, you're losing on attack that will buff your entire lineup and deal maximum damage. Even the tanks get the attack buff, even the healers, everybody on your lineup, especially if you're playing him with units that depends on attack, such as Master Shaltir or any other mage on your lineup. So upon victim death, his conversion effect is doubled for 1 round. So when he dies, and if you have his Archite, he revives as well. This will trigger for 1 round. Everybody double their effects. So the 8% goes to 16%, the 12% goes to 24%. Absolutely make your entire lineup a monster to hit everybody else. Now, his third passive, which is his level 5. So if you don't have him at 5 stars, this one will not be open for you. And this is the pivotal point for you to build. If you want to build him and make him really strong, you need to get him to the 5 stars. 5 stars is the most important point for him at the start of you building victim, and then 6 stars will come in handy in the future, but 5 stars is super important. For every 10% reduction in HP, mind that in your, if he does take damage, this is also considered as reduction in HP. Plus his second skill, he sacrifices the HP, we're gonna be talking about it. Increases damage dealt by 2.5. 2.5 is huge, by the way. 2.5% of his damages in total. And FX penetration by 10%. What is FX penetration? Every 10%. So if you lose 50%, that's 50 by 10%, which is great, okay? So it means you're gonna do something as 25% damages increasing, which is kind of crazy. So FX penetration, it means his ultimate penetrating everything, from damage reduction to damage immunities to shields to block damages. For everything, he's gonna go and through it, he's gonna chew through it, okay, and deal the damages. So it's kind of an extra damage. Even if you have Congeal from Yaldabaoth and they stop at 50%, this extra damage will apply and reduce their HP below the 50%, which is kind of huge for him. So 5 star is absolutely fantastic on him. Try to get him to 5 star. So when victim dies, an additional divine martyrdom is triggered, which is his ultimate. So he does his ultimate again with all of its shenanigans and buffs and defense down and whatever it is, he does it again. So at 6 stars or if you level it to the maximum, an additional divine martyrdom is triggered, and it affects nullifies FX resistance. So any resistances for his ultimate, any type of resistances is also negated. So any type of damage reduction, damage immunity, stuff like that, shields, it negates them and it does the damages to it. So it's a raw damage, it's a true damage when he dies. This is called a true damage. In other words, TLDR, true damage. This is only for his passive. We're gonna talk about his first skill. Not that important, not super useful, but it still deals damage because he has high damage output. So deals magical damage equal to 100%, and it's on a single target only, and it goes to 120% of attack. Now, if you level it up, deals magical damage equal to 115 or 120 if you max it out. Attack hitting grants 100 basic chance to inflict 1 stack of absorption buffs on the target for 2 rounds. It means every time that they get a debuff, it's gonna get a buff, it's gonna get dispelled, and you're gonna go and continue that for stacks. So this is a little bit handy if you want to dispel them from buffs, and he will work as a tech support with this skill, but you don't want to use him for that. We're using him just for him to die on your lineup. So second skill, it's an AoE, hits everybody, and it applies a debuff. So victim sacrifices himself to attack all enemies. He becomes a martyr. So consume 10% of his maximum HP, and this is why we said maximum HP is super important for him. So if you build him on more HP, it will be helpful. So I would build him first of all on attack, give him EP, and then give him a little bit of HP. That will help him a lot. Retaining at least 1 HP, so he does not kill himself here. So if you, let's say, add 2% HP on your total HP and you use their second skill, he will still stay at 1% of his HP. He will not die. The max HP consumed cannot be converted into attack. Okay, so this one cannot be converted into attack with his ultimate, with his passive. So I said when you sacrifice, you're gonna get here a little bit of attack. That doesn't work. Okay, so it does not work with his passive. But with his second skill, if you put him on more HP, he can have more chances to survive at least. So deals magical damage equal to 80% of attack, which is great, and goes up to 100% of his attack. So hitting grants 100 basic chance to inflict magical defense down on all targets for 2 rounds. Magical defense down is a debuff that is absolutely great. That's a 100 basic chance. It means with higher EP, let's say you have 50% EP, that's 150% basic chance to inflict magical defense down on all targets. Now the magical defense is 40%. Now if you play him with CZ, and this is the best scenario to play him with CZ actually, and CZ is also another user or another unit that is a tank that buffs everything with magical. Let's go and check CZ. So here we go. We have CZ with her ultimate or with her leader skill. Let's say she's the leader. One night CZ in battle, all enemies magical defense decrease by 15%. This is 15% plus the 40%. That's a 55%. Plus her ultimate, when she does her ultimate, there is, here we go. So when she has coordinated lock on them, deals less damage and take 20% more magical damage. That's a 55% plus this 20%. That's a 75% magical defense down on your entire enemy, which is absolutely huge. This is why we play him with CZ, super consistent with each other. Now, if you're gonna tell me that they banned my CZ, I can't do this. If you have solution, the mage one, the new one that we have, and she is in the general pool, so if you summon, you might get shafted and get her. She is here somewhere. She is where's here we go. That's solution. So she is in the game in the general pool. She didn't get a banner because it was April's Fool. They're gonna give us a banner for her, and you're gonna see her. She's also high on speed, and she does magical defense down as well for 30%. So it does not stack with this one, but it amplifies the magical damages that you do with your enemies, with your allies. So it means buffing the magical output as well, which work with CZ. But CZ is the best one for him to go play around with her. Okay, I just want to mention that so nobody gets confused. So additionally, deals defense nullifying magical damage equal to 30% of the HP difference between victim and the target, capped at 200% of his attack, or goes by 40% and capped at 300% of his attack. What does that mean? It means whenever you get him lower on HP, the magical defense that they have gets nullified, or they lose it more and more, and they take extra magical damage. Not only from him, but from everybody from the lineup, which is actually great. This you can apply it with Martyrdom, which is his second skill. Absolutely. But it's capped at 300% of his attack. This is why you build him more on attack. The capping of the 300 will be absolutely crazy. It means you're gonna get them to 0% on magical defenses and apply so much damages to them. Now let's talk about his main important thing in the game, which is his ultimate. Let's talk about his ultimate. Divine Martyrdom. It's an AoE, it's a control because he inflicts stuns. We're gonna talk about it. Victim unleashes a powerful magical torrent to attack all enemies, deals magical damage equal to 120% of attack, that goes up to 144%, and this is absolutely crazy because it's insane amount of damages. Before the hit, 100 basic chance to dispel 2 buffs from all targets. So he just removes the buffs, and keep that in mind that shields are also considered buffs. Not the big shield wall from PDL, not the big shield wall from isekai, but the shields actually that you get from Mass Chaltir, the shields that you get from Albedo, Knight Albedo, these kind of shields that you're gonna get them from Yuri. He just negate them before he hits, and then he hits them with the ultimate and absolutely deals insane amount of damages on them. On hit, 35% basic chance to inflict stun on all targets for 2 rounds. So he's an AoE stunner. Okay, 35% basic chance is so low, but if you get him to 4-star, and you will get him to 4-star, chance to inflict stun is increased by 50%. So 50% basic chance. If you have, like, let's say another 50% on your EP and they don't have high ER, that's a 100% basic chance to inflict stun on everybody, and you render them useless. So when you start your battle and you're faster than them, you start, let's say CZ is the highest speedy, you have Mari on your lineup, you just trigger Ein's leader skill, the turn meter goes down for them, a seed explodes, turn meter goes more, you hit with well, let's say with CZ, she explodes the seed of Mari again. You slow down with Mari's spell or with Mari's abilities. His ultimate does speed down, or his second skill that does TM delay down. You get now turn with him. You do his ultimate and you absolutely crush everybody. You have stuns and you might stun them all. And then they will not go and attack, do nothing. And then you're gonna have another rotation with your skills, so you absolutely one-shot your enemies. Now, if they can survive his ultimate at the start, that would be a miracle if they are low prayers. Now, if you're the same caliber, they might survive, they might kill him, and then take another damage and you can win. Mirror matches, whoever kills victim more and more loses. So you need to do something about victim. Buff block does not work on victim. Again, buff block does not work. If you kill victim when he has buff block, it does not mean he does not revive and deal damages again. He will revive and deal damages again, okay? And it will apply everything on him because he comes fresh. When he dies, he comes fresh with no debuffs on himself, okay? So if you get him to 4-star, that's a 50%. If you get him to 6-star, and this is a very, very hard investment, which is super worth it. And when you go and play against Wales, you're gonna see that his 6 out of 6 investment really enables everything magical damage on your lineup, or at least the highest attacker. No, at 6 stars, after using Divine Martyrdom, inflict higher tier damage boost on victim and the ally with the highest attack, excluding victim. So let's say victim is the highest attack. He already gives himself the buff. He doesn't give it to himself again. He searches for the highest ally with the attack and give it to himself, which means increasing not their attack, but their damages by 40%, which is huge. It's for 2 rounds and it increases their turn meter by 40%. Their turn meter, it means victim and the ally. They get a 40% boost in turn meter if they get high tier damage boost, which is huge. Okay, on hit, 100 basic chance to inflict a relic's destruction on all targets for 2 rounds. This is huge. You want to upgrade this one because it will render your relics useless. Now, it counters so hard 3 sets, but 2 of them is the most used sets. One is Sterling set. When you have Sterling set, you give everybody on your lineup 7.5 defense boost. So everybody gets 7.5. Now it negates it. Nobody have the 7.5 defense boost. No buffs from the set. If they playing Termination set negates the negation of the 30% or the nullifying of 30% defense down. So if they're playing anybody that has Termination set, they gain the stats, the 15% crit rate, but they lose the nullification of 30% of the defense for the targets, which render it useless, which is crazy. To me, it's super important. And Executioner set, every debuff that the enemy have, you increase your attack. This does not work anymore. Something like Thunder set, if they are higher on HP, above 20%, you deal extra damage, the extra damage get negated. So who starts first and deals the ultimate of him negates the relic set bonus that you have, which is crazy. It goes to the skill cooldown. As you see, it's 4 rounds. It goes to -1. It goes for 3 rounds. You can play it on Vert Mario to reduce cooldowns, but you don't care. It's super wrong, in my opinion. Let's read his Archite. Why I was talking about his Archite so much, and I'm gonna explain Indomitable relating to his Archite, which does not work, okay? So his Archite. Fleeting Summer Blossom. Look how cute he looks. EX effect. Divine Martyrdom, which is his ultimate. Triggers after death. Grants 100% fixed chance to resurrect with 1 HP and to regain 25% turn meter, which can be triggered once per battle, and it goes to 100 turn meter. It means if he dies, if you have it at 6 stars, if he dies and come back, he gets a turn immediately, okay? And guess what? He does his ultimate again after he dies. So what we know about him, he does his ultimate normally, you kill him. If he has his Arclight, he does his ultimate and come back. And then you kill him again, he does his ultimate and die forever. So 3 times he hit you with the ultimate, which is crazy in my opinion. This is absolutely huge. Now, we don't have units that revive dead units already, so this is not gonna happen in the game. So what happens with Indomitable? With Indomitable, if you give him Indomitable, if he's about to die and you have anybody on your lineup like isekai with his 6-star, give him Indomitable. He's not gonna proc his ultimate because he doesn't register as dead. He just get Indomitable and lives on 1 HP, so he will keep him surviving one more round. This is what we're gonna be talking about. Of course, it buffs your attack and general effect, increase the AoE damage, as we know if there's 4 targets or more or stuff like that. Great unit, best lineup, best teammates. Of course, right now it's Idol Shaltir and Mare and CZ Tank. And if you want another unit you can play, Evil Eye, you can play with that. You can play the one-shot team, but you need somebody super speedy. So CZ, Victim, Evil, Mare, and Idol Shaltir are the best. If you're missing one of them, you can replace them with Evil Eye. If you're missing Evil Eye, Demiurge. If you're missing Demiurge, Albedo, the one that we have already. Or you can play Solution if you have Solution as well, if you build her and you have her maxed out. This is everything about Victim. The best set for Victim before we go and summon for him. What are the best sets for him? Absolutely 100% one set is dominating on everything for him, which is the Crimson set. So he deals extra damage, which is absolutely huge. So he increases his damage. By the way, he gains attack with this one, and deals additional damage equal to 40% of his initial attack, extra that, and it does not crit. So the additional damage does not crit, but he can still crit if you have him on high crit. But this one absolutely is huge for him. Now, another set that I love, in my opinion, I love it so much, is the Executioner set for him. And I will play him with the Executioner set. Now, I know the additional damage is huge because his attack is huge. You need to build him on Crimson. If I have the Crimson, I will do that. I will build 2 sets for him. But this is, for me, is a reliable set because it will deal 15% extra damages always, or 20% if they have debuffs. And if you're gonna play CZ, she's gonna apply debuffs. If you're gonna play Idol Shaltir, it apply debuffs. If you're gonna play Mari, that's a debuff. So he will get the 15% damages on these units. Probably you're gonna play him with CZ Tank, it means this will work. Now, if they like go and remove your CZ Tank, you have Mari if he apply the seed. Now, if he doesn't apply the seed because they have high ER, now this set does not work. So the safest one is always to go with the Crimson. Another set that you can play with him, which is this set. This set will grant you EP at 30% immediately, which is great actually, and there's a fixed chance to apply any type of dot on your enemies, which we don't care about this. What we care is this set will give you EP. So at the start, let's go and read it from here because I don't know why they don't show it. So let's go and do this relic, and we go and do upgrade, give me, and we do this EP. That's the EP. As you see, I have some EP on my units. So it will give you 20% EP. And if it's Sparkle, if it's 3% of Prism, 30% EP. This is 30% EP immediately. If you want to build him on EP and you think that EP is what you lack on your lineup, you can give him EP and he will be already inflicting these stunts on a consistent basis. Okay, that's what we're gonna be talking about him. Now, let's hop into the summons. This video took a while for me to summon. Let's go and summon for here. So I have 68 until I get to the pity, and as you know, I always get shafted, so I'm not expecting to get victim immediately. But can we? Would it happen? Okay, so I'm gonna do the 4 singles first, and hopefully we can do something. So skip. Nice, Hilma. Thank you. Another one with this skip. Another Hilma. Okay, game gonna give me a Hilma all over, and we're gonna get a Clementine SR, and the last one before the multis, we're gonna get a Lizardu Kyuko. Nice, super Gucci. Okay, now we're gonna do the multis. Okay, 64 until pity. Can we get him before pity? Come on, game, do not shaft me. Let this video be successful. Once upon a time, I think I got from my first summon on an Archite, the Archite. Do not shaft me, just give me victim. Come on, let's do it. Okay, we didn't get victim. What did we get? Did we get a new unit? We didn't get a new unit. Because there's Tina, and I really want one copy of Tina at least. Come on. If we do V for Vendetta or Victimus Prime, give me a victim. Here we go. Oh boy, that's early. Is it victim? Did we get him? Did I get shafted? No, I didn't get victim immediately. Oh my god, holy shit. We did get victim immediately. Oh, this is the first time I don't get shafted. And it's an early summon. Oh my god. I'm so happy. I'm about to cry. They gave me victim. I can't believe it. I'm gonna keep summoning. If I get another victim, I'm gonna get another victim. If I don't, I really want Tina. Just give me another copy of Tina. Come on, game. Give me one copy of Tina. I still didn't get her. And she's the SR. Okay, let's do victim again. V for Vendetta. Oh my god! Back to back. Is it another victim? No way. No. Okay, Seba. I was like, am I gonna get another victim? Of course I'm not gonna get another victim. Still didn't get Tina. Now I'm fishing for Tina. Imagine that. I'm summoning to get a Tina, which is an SR. So I can have her at least. Okay, can we get V again with victim? Okay, imagine that 3 back-to-back. I got 2 back-to-back, which is crazy. 2 SRs, one of them is Tina. No? Again with the Lucret and Henry, I love you, baby, but you're 6 stars, so I don't need you. That's my last 10. Can we have anything? Victimus Prime. No, okay. Can we have more? Okay, 1. Is it Tina? Is it the last one will give me Tina? Absolutely, I'm gonna get Tina. No, Clementine. Okay, we didn't get her. But we did our summons. Am I gonna drop anything? Nah, let me check. Do I have... Okay, we can here. We have 37. I'm gonna just do 10. Yeah, I need to purchase. I can purchase him from somewhere else, but I'm gonna do it here. Anyway, can we have his Arclight as well? Victimus Prime, come here. Give me your Arclight. I need his Arclight, by the way. I'm gonna get his Arclight. It does not matter. Please give me his Arclight. No Arclight. Okay, what did we get here? What is this? Is it Tina or Tia? Is this for Tia? The Ranger? I don't know if it's for Tina or Tia. They look the same for me. I don't know, but I have it. I have this one. Okay, if I didn't have it, it would show me that it's new or something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, and yeah, that was lucky. Actually, for the first time, we didn't get shafted. We got victim, and then we got shafted on the next one with the back-to-back. I wish that it was another victim. Oh my god, that would be a pog video. Let me know how your summons went. Tell me if you're gonna summon for him, if you're gonna get his Arclight to 6 stars. And yeah, that was it for the video. I'll see you in the next one.